What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So as you have probably noticed, I have a pretty different setup right now, and it's because I actually moved into a new house, and I've been trying to figure out how I was going to do this thing. So what I did was, I actually got a shoe rack. So as you can see, this thing goes all the way up. As you can see, all the shoe boxes, and then I just had to kind of improvise. I just stacked up some shoe boxes, shoe cases here, and then I just kind of used this as a table to do the review. So I'll probably have to tweak some things here and there and just try to figure out how I want to, fix the setup. But let me know how this works and how this looks to you guys, and please feel free to leave anything down below in the comment sections. Anyways, these are the Nike Sacai Blazer Lows patent leather in the white colorway. These released a couple days ago, and it seems like there wasn't that much hype behind these because obviously, well, the white pair did sell out. It restocked and sold out, and then restocked and sold out. But I think the black pair is still sitting online, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong. But I was able to pick up a white pair in my size because I did want to see this in hand. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this particular model. I think I prefer the waffles better, but I just kind of wanted to put out a review for you guys to see in case you were wondering. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the shoe. So as you can see on the side of the shoe, you've got that signature sort of like double swoosh on the side panel here, and the bottom swoosh is done in this nice smooth grayish like suede material, and the material itself is very nice to the touch. As you can see, it's got some sort of color change as I run my thumb across it, and then on top of that you got a nice tumble leather white leather swoosh sewn onto the side. As you can see, that kind of like double swoosh goes all the way to the back here as well. And right underneath that, you've got this nice patent leather, very glossy, tumbled finished white leather here. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the patent leather, but what I think is good is that at least it's not that like, really shiny leather without any texture. This has some sort of tumbled texture to it, so I think it kind of puts off that like eye blinding shine or glare or whatever. So that's a plus, I would say. And then towards the front of the shoe, you got that typical sort of like double layer details, as you can see here on the eye stay area. On top, you've got this nice tumbled leather, white colored leather here, sewn onto the side, and underneath that, you've got another piece of leather that is done in this sort of cream color. I wouldn't necessarily call this patent leather. As you can see, the contrast between the two types of leather here. This has a bit more of a matte finish. And what you can see is that the leather cut itself is quite thick. So you can tell that, they did put a little bit more detail and attention to the materials used on this particular model. And then on the toe box, I think this is where, I don't really feel the shoe. You got a patent leather toe box with a tumbled texture here, but I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. I guess some people might dig it, but I'm not a huge fan of patent leather, unless it's like a really special model, say, such as like the patent leather bed ones or something like that. But I guess it is what it is. What I can tell you is that like it's pretty different from the other patent leather Jordan 1s that we've seen, in that the leather here is quite smooth and very plush, so it's not going to hurt your toes or anything like that in the toe box area. So I guess that is on the plus side. And then on the center, you once again have that typical Sacai collab detail here, where you got two cotton laces factory laced onto the shoe, and the shades are ever so subtly like different. So you got a white lace here, and then underneath that you got the cream color laces here as well. These do come with an extra set of laces. I'm not going to pull them out. They're just regular rounded white laces. I wouldn't imagine anybody to put that on this particular model, because I think that would kind of defeat the entire purpose of a Sacai collab, and that lace is kind of like mediocre at best. Anyways, underneath the laces, you've got this white tumbled textured leather once again, along with the lace holder. And on the tongue area, you got that, double tab. On the front, you got the nylon tab all done in white with the Nike sportswear text logo with the orange swoosh. And then below that, you got that Nike text logo and swoosh logo all done in black with the Sacai branding once again. And I think that's one of the coolest details about Sacai collabs. It's like the double tabs system. What I did want to mention is that underneath the leather tongue, you got a nice nylon tongue all done in cream as well. And then on the border of the collar area, you got the exposed foam in this kind of like yellowed color here. Obviously, if you wear these, it's going to get yellowed really pretty quickly. So I mean, if you're a fan of that kind of vintage look, kudos to you. But I don't know how I feel about this one. I think Nike is overdoing the exposed foam concept, but it is what it is. And then for the insole, you got the Nike Sacai branding printed in black against a white insole. So it's just basically your regular Sacai collab. We've seen, I think, a plethora of models by now, including the Blazers, the Blazer highs, or is it the Blazer mids? The Blazer mids, and then the waffles and whatnot. I think we've seen a bunch of different Sacai collab models that we're kind of used to the details, and I can safely use the term regular because these aren't that difficult to get these days. And then for the midsole, you got that crazy looking rubber midsole with all the grooves and stuff. Once again, that double layer with the cream midsole, and then on top of that, you got the white leather or the white rubber midsole here. And then the outsole is your typical Blazer low outsole with the herringbone traction pattern from the front to the back side as well. And then basically the other side, or the other shoe, is the same deal. Nothing too different there. And that's the Nike Korea tab, in case you're wondering. But yeah, that's basically it. So sizing wise, I can't tell because I've never put on a pair of Blazers on feet. I don't plan to, because I've been told that the Blazers are quite uncomfortable. So if you are planning to get these, I would highly recommend to try out a regular pair of Blazers, because those are pretty easily accessible in stores or maybe even online. So yeah, that might be a good way to kind of figure out your sizing. And wearability wise, I would say like this is a 10 out of 10 in terms of wearability. I know it is a crazy shoe. It's got loud details here and there, but it's very muted well, that it passes as just like a regular white and gray sneaker. So you're not going to have any troubles pulling these off with your daily outfit, except for the fact that you got some patent leather details here and there. So it might kind of bother you if you're not a huge fan of that shine and glare. But again, it's not like a super loud collab like say like the Nike Sacai Cause Blazers. Those are pretty wild in terms of colorway, but this is a very, very clean and fresh colorway. And resale premium wise, honestly, I haven't checked. I don't plan to. I don't think there's any reason for these to go for anything above retail, because as I said, like the black pair is still available online. I mean, these did sell out. So I would say there's some sort of retail, maybe like lunch money range, but I wouldn't expect anything crazy, because the hype behind these is just like pretty mediocre at best. But anyways, that's basically it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video in my new setup. And again, please let me know what you think about my new setup. Should I improve in some way? Just feel free to chime in down below in the comment sections. Anyways, I got some more shoes to review, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.